Hello again, everybody. Zach Attack is here with the Atak Sportz for this Monday, June the 22nd, 2015. Hope everyone had a good weekend, especially in the weekend of sports. Let's kick things off with some MMA news. Bellator had their event this past Friday night, Bellator 138, headlined by Ken Shamrock against Kimbo Slice, a fight that was supposed to take place back in 2008 at an Elite XC event. The event that brought Elite XC out of business when Shamrock got injured. And instead of Shamrock and Kimbo, it was Zeb Puccizelli. My thoughts on the card. Most of the card was great. Most of the fights were exciting. Main event, to quote Public Enemy, don't believe the hype. We had the fights on the card. Michael Chandler in the lightweight taking on Derek Campos. He was just really aggressive. It was his home state. He had to recover from 2 losses against Ill Will Brooks. It was like a 9 of finishes. And it started up with this fight with Chandler getting a big submission. He was really aggressive from the get-go. It was exciting. It was kind of one-sided. It was a beatdown, big time. He needed an aggressive performance, and he got it against Derek Campos. Then the featherweight division had Daniel Strauss. Speaking of dominating, he took on Henry Corrales. Corrales got a big bump in his eye, man. And Strauss was really aggressive like Chandler was. He came off from some big losses, too. He needed to make a statement against the featherweight division, and of course, its champion. So he had a dominating victory over Henry Corrales and another submission, guillotine choke in the second round. Then you had Bobby Lashley against Dan Charles, supposed to be James Thompson, but again injured. This fight was my least favorite besides the main. It was mostly a beat. It was like a takedown fight. It was like a wrestling fight. Lashley just took him down and didn't strike or kick. He just took him down with some wrestling moves. He got a TKO victory in the second round, which is okay. I've seen Lashley look better in his last couple fights. It wasn't a good fight for him. He needs a better performance in his next fight. The end of the main, co-main, the Shimon main. The featherweight title was on the line as Patricio Pitbull took on Daniel Weichel. Weichel was aggressive near towards the end of the first round. First round was like feeling out period. But in the last couple of seconds of that first round, Weichel almost had Pitbull down for the count with the last 10 seconds of the round. He was going to use that aggression to get him through the second round. He used that aggression again, like I said. He did use it. And just as he was going to be aggressive again and get back the momentum that he had to end the first round, out of nowhere, bang! Big left hand from Pitbull, getting a big, shocking victory over Daniel Weichel. Great, exciting finish. Great first round ender. I thought Weichel had it, but then bang in the second round, after Weichel with a big fury, trying to cap off momentum for the last round, bang! Big surprise punch from Patricio Pitbull. Then the man, Kimbo Slice against Ken Shamrock. Unexciting. Wait a minute, outside. It was stupid. Some said it was scripted. Some said it was fake. A lot of speculation about that right now. Even Joe Rogan said it was fake. Bellator denies those claims. It seemed like that. Like, Ken Shamrock had the takedowns and stuff, but it was not much exciting. Don't believe the hype. Kimbo got the victory by a TKO. It was not good, especially with the rest of the card being mostly good. Especially if they're great co-main. Despite that lack of a great, exciting... Oh, crap.
Other one or this one?
That one. Sorry. Despite that lack of an exciting main event, Bellator had a great ratings night. Kimbo did bring the ratings. It broke all attendance. It broke all sorts of viewing records for Bellator. Most watched Bellator event ever, with 1.58 million viewers on average for a 3-hour presentation, with the main event doing 2.1 million. Spike was the highest rated network on cable, doubling the ratings of the US Open. And it was the best one since Tito Ortiz and Bonner, which that main event lived up to the hype. At least that was decently exciting. And that one went all 3 rounds. This fight and then the first round. So it was a 9 of finishes in Bellator. There was only every fight finished in the main card. So there you go. Meanwhile, UFC had a fight card this past Saturday, but it was a Fight Pass one, so I didn't get to see it. Leading off with, of course, it was in Berlin. We had Nick Hein against Lukas Sajewski. I hope I pronounced the name right. It was in Berlin, like I mentioned. Lightweight, with Nick Hein winning unanimous decision. Welterweight, we had Peter Sabota taking on Steve Kennedy with a submission victory for Peter Sabota in the first round. Tetsuya Kawajiri, I hope I pronounced that name right, taking on Dennis Seaver in the co-main, with Tetsuya getting the unanimous decision over a legend, a veteran like Dennis Seaver. Then in the first defense, ever since a devastating beatdown for this title, Joanna Jędrzejczyk, Joanna J, I hope I pronounced that name right, defeated Jessica Penner in what was a bloody fight from what I saw in pictures on the Facebook. With a 2-0 victory for Joanna. And she and her opponent won Fight of the Night honors. So there you go. Women can do good in UFC unless it's like, at least they put on more exciting. This is probably more exciting than any of Rousey's fights. At least they don't end predictably. I love Rousey, but her fights end too predictably with the armbar. She needs a new finish. Like Finn Balor. Anyway, with that Finn Balor reference in mind, segue down to the WWE and our Raw preview tonight. Top 4 questions that must be answered tonight on Raw. Question number 4. What will go down with the whole Diva storyline with Paige not getting any help against the Bellas? Well, for the looks of it, Paige is being one-handed by the Bella Twins and the Twin Magic, and Paige is trying to step up and rally the Divas against the Bellas, and no one's stepping up with her. Which could mean some NXT Divas could finally make their main roster debut by helping Paige out. Especially since, they were all on the same team with Paige and NXT. Hearing Charlotte and Sasha Banks could be involved in Bayley. So I would love to see NXT invade the Divas. Hey, Kevin Owens is looking like a badass. And WWE Raw, I'll get to him in a second. See NXT Divas debut. And do good. Question number 3. Where will Roman Reigns focus on his match tonight against Sheamus, Mr. Money in the Bank, despite the mind games from Bray Wyatt? Well, we know at Battleground, Bray Wyatt screwing Roman Reigns at Money in the Bank. These two will clash at Battleground. But tonight, after the mind games that Bray's been playing, especially with his daughter involved, Roman has to focus as he takes on Sheamus tonight in the match. We'll see if he can put Bray Wyatt on the side for now. But I bet you Bray will be involved in the match. Or maybe Randy Orton will be involved too, since he and Sheamus has a little feud going on. Both guys screwed each other out of matches last week. So I expect Bray Wyatt and or Randy Orton to get involved in both situations with Bray Wyatt and Sheamus. I think Sheamus and Orton will have a fight at Battleground. Like a no DQ street fight or something. Because every fight they've had have been DQ. So there you go. Speaking of Battleground, question number 2. Will any new matches be made for Battleground? Besides the possibility of Sheamus and Randy Orton, and maybe a Paige tag team with one of the NXT Divas against the Bella Twins, and some others, like a triple threat for the NXT Championship. I kind of said in my Raw review last week that it's looking like Owens and Cena 3 will be at Battleground. I think it shouldn't. Cena should stay storyline injured for now. He didn't make it on Raw last week. Hopefully, he stays out of Raw, and he needs to stay out of the scene until after Battleground. 3 viable wins. 1, Cena can rest. He's been defending his U.S. Championship almost every week with some great matches in the U.S. Open Challenge. Reason number 2 why Cena should stay until after Battleground. Make Owens look more like a badass by taking out the big dog. And of course, the biggest reason why Cena and Owens should not happen at Battleground. They need to have it at SummerSlam. They need to have the rubber match at SummerSlam, especially if it's going to be for the U.S. Championship. Because I'm thinking Kevin Owens will lose the NXT title against Finn Balor in a week in Japan. So he should win U.S. Championship, but he should not win it on a throwaway like Battleground. He should win it on one of the big 4 pay-per-views, SummerSlam. So many legendary superstars have won major titles at SummerSlam. Bret Hart won his first major singles title at SummerSlam '91. British Bulldog won the IC Championship the next year against Bret. Wayne Young won his first World Championship at a SummerSlam. Brock Lesnar won his first World Championship at a SummerSlam. So many people won their first major singles titles at SummerSlam. Owens should too. And question number 1. Leading to our main event. Will there be any confrontation between Rollins and Lesnar tonight? Well, as we know now, Brock Lesnar is back and will uncut Seth Rollins at Battleground. A match we thought would be at SummerSlam. But we could see Triple H and Rollins. We don't know if Lesnar is supposed to show up tonight, but if he does, expect some sort of confrontation between these two guys, building upon that Battleground match. At least they have 4 weeks to build up the card instead of like 2 weeks. Like the last 3 pay-per-views were like in a 6-week period with only 2 weeks between them. So he's got a lot more buzz time for Battleground. We'll see all that leading up to that pay-per-view tonight on Raw at 8, 7 Central on USA Network. That is it for my Atak Sportz for today. Stay tuned tonight for my Raw review. That in mind, you've been attacked by the new sports news from Zach. Thank you, everybody. See you later.